Hi everyone, it's Imogen and welcome back to Colouring Kid. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm going to be sharing my completed pages for the month of May. And yeah, I'm really sorry that this is later than it usually would be. I normally put these videos up on the first of every month, but I didn't get much of a chance to film around that time, so I've had to do it slightly later. I'm really sorry about that. But I'm doing it now, thought better late than never. I still want to do it even though I haven't done many pages. And just as a heads up, I'm not sure how much I will be doing on YouTube over the next couple of months because I finish my exams on the 20th of June. I'm in the middle of exam season at the moment. And then I've got 2 weeks where I'm going to be working quite a lot, but I want to try and do lots of YouTube there, maybe some live streams as well. I think that could be really fun. And then at the beginning of July, I'm going away and doing interrailing for pretty much the whole of July. So I'm not really going to be around. Hopefully I'll get a video or two pre-recorded for you. But yeah, I don't think I'll get much colouring done in July. And then we're going away for a family holiday in Croatia in the last 2 weeks of August. So I think I will get a lot done in August, or at least a lot more than what I've been doing at the moment. But yeah, just as a forewarning, I might not be that active. So yeah, I hope you all can bear with me, and I really appreciate it, and that you'll continue to support even though I haven't been here as much. So yeah, I've got 5 exams left. I've done 1 and it's that last push now. I've only got 2.5 weeks. So yeah, it's busy at the moment, but I've just been on half term. If you guys have got kids and they've also been on half term, I hope that they had a lovely time and you enjoyed it. I still managed to do a few fun things that weren't really revision related, which was really nice. My grandparents were here and my parents went, they house swapped, so my parents went down to Devon for the week and my grandparents were up here with us. So yeah, I managed to get 2 pages done, and then I've got a whip to share with you and a couple of pages that, or at least books that I'd like to work in June if I get an opportunity. So the first page I did was a PDF actually, and this is by a lady on Instagram, and I saw her book advertised on well, not really advertised, it was like it was a post by the publisher Skittledog, I think, which is the same publisher as Layla Dooley's Beautiful Planet. I've just gone and checked because I thought I was wrong, and I was. It was Page Street Publishing. That was the publishing house, and it's Anna Oswald. So she's on Instagram if you're interested, but she has a colouring book which is like a botanical painting one, and it's similar to the Airy books where the lines are grey, and it's not actually advertised as a colouring book, but you could definitely use it as one. And yeah, the lines are grey, and the idea is that you would trace over them, and the tracing is meant to be the relaxing part of the book. And I was like, oh, I wonder if that could be changed and done as colouring instead, and you just use the lines, the grey lines, and go with it. And she has this free PDF on her website if you're interested. So here is her Instagram, and then you can follow the link in her bio. I believe that's how I found it. And yeah, so the lines were grey, and I decided to just black out the background with a marker, and I used a marker for a base for all of this, and then I went over with some acrylic paint pens. So of course this isn't the sort of thing I would do in the book. I haven't decided if I'm going to get it yet. I haven't been buying as many books recently, but I think that it is really fun and it's something quite different. So if you are interested, this might be something, you know, a bit new and different. So yeah, I just did marker and then went over with the acrylic paint pens and covered the lines so that the colour of the line is the acrylic paint, which I think is cool because, you know, normally in colouring books you're left with the black lines and it sort of takes away from the realism if you've tried to make something look realistic. So this is something where you can sort of play around with it and really make things realistic if you wanted to. I didn't. I just decided to do something mindless and just I guess, yeah, trace over all the lines. I wanted something easy to do. But I know quite a few of the Japanese books, like I'm thinking of the Wild Masquerry book, those lines anyway are a little bit lighter than black lines. They're sort of a darkish grey, aren't they? Or maybe even a little bit lighter. And this is along the same sort of vein. So yeah, I just thought it was something different, and it's nice once in a while to just do something with marker. I don't do that much, but I really enjoyed it, and it was just, yeah, something really fun. So I might even put that up on my wall somewhere. I've got so much taped around me at the moment for revision, but yeah, it's just something fun. Didn't take me too long. I did it over a couple of days, just did a bit here and there. And I really like the effect of just doing a solid black background. I think it's just gives everything a bit of a lift for the rest of the picture. So yeah, that's that. And then I have my completed page, which I think was a whip, from Minor Residec Asian, and this took me a very long time. So this was what I was working on for basically the whole of May, and then I did that PDF at the very end of May. So yeah, this is probably about 3 weeks, which I know seems like quite a long time, but I just would do a flower here or like a few leaves there, and didn't achieve much basically. But I think it's quite a good sign if I haven't got that much done, considering it you know, they are my A-levels. I probably shouldn't be getting that much colouring done lately, so I think yeah, I've still had so much fun with this, and I've spent time on it, but yeah, I haven't been spending too much time. And for any of you interested, this was my colour palette idea. I can't remember if I shared this last time, but I saw this page and I just wanted to put down some colours that I thought I might use. And I ended up sticking pretty rigidly to this. I think it was a J. I searched up a J, and I don't know if it was a blue one or just an ordinary one. I'll show you the picture in a minute. But yeah, these were the colours that I went with, and all of my lines were, like, these were the colours for the J originally. And then I sort of branched out and thought, well, what colours are similar and how many colour families am I going to end up with? Because I didn't want too much going on, and it ended up being quite a lot. But essentially, it's ended up being the 4 primary colours, but slight variations on them. So it's not just red, yellow, green, blue. I'll just show you the picture. Maybe I should just do that. So yeah, this is what I mean. So essentially, yeah, it's yellow in the background, red for the poppies, and then green and blue. But then the pink purple flowers I still associate as being part of the red group of colours. So yeah, I think in hindsight maybe there is a little bit too much going on in terms of the amount of colours, but I really enjoyed it. And as you can see, it's pretty close to what I originally came up with. So I started off with the J, and I was really happy with how it came out. And I used a, what's it called? Like a neon gel pen, but it was more of a peach colour. And the reason I really enjoyed doing this page was because I was trying out my new 100 set of Black Edition Faber-Castell pencils, which I love. And this is the first time that I'd used them in a Rita Berman book. Really happy with how they turned out. Well, it wasn't the first time I'd used them exclusively. Sorry, it was the first time I'd used them exclusively on a page. It wasn't the first time that I've used them. I have used them before in conjunction with other pencils, but as a standalone page and just using them, this was the first time. And I used a lot of fine liner with them as well. I'm thinking of doing an updated video on how I use fine liners. I've done 2 videos now, but as time has gone on, I'm finding that I'm using fine liner a lot more to add shadows in after the pencil process. And I think I might have even taken a picture of the flowers, one before the fine liner and one after, just to see for myself if and to sort of just keep and see if there was a big difference between using fine liner and not using it. And I'm even in the whip that I've got at the moment that I'll share with you in a moment, I'm using fine liner a lot for shadows. So if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know, and I will try and do that if I can, because I think fine liners are so underused, and when I first started colouring I did only see them as something to colour small areas in, and that's not the only thing that they're good for. They are good for a lot of different things. They're good for basing, and yeah, colouring in small areas, but the way that I've learned to use them is sort of going over the pencil to add more depth. So I think I might have shown that a bit in the second fine liner video that I've done. If I remember, I'll link them down in the description. But yeah, an updated video just might be quite fun. So yeah, please let me know if you're interested. So yeah, apart from the pencil and the neon gel pen, I used white gel pen, and I think that might have been it. I don't think I used any glitter on this, which is not like me, but I used glitter on my other page that I've done in here. But I was really pleased that I got back round to this book because I love it, and I had only done my one page, and obviously she's coming out with a new book soon, so I wanted to make sure that I got another page done. And I love the cyclical pages. I've said it before, and I really love them. I was torn between this one and the deer page. And there's another one as well, the hot air balloon one. Oh, and the whale one. There's just so many. And I love them. And I like that the background is contained. And I sort of thought because of the yellow in the background, it made it seem like the sun. And yeah, really like it. I need to write down my colour combinations for this. I've still got the pencil set aside, and then I think I'm due to do another colour combination video for April and May, is that right? I'll have to check back, but I know there should definitely be one coming soon. I also used oh, gold jelly roll as well. That was the other thing I used, which you're probably not going to be able to see, but yeah, it's really fun, and I'm so glad that I got back around to that one. So that's that. And then yeah, they were the only two things that I did. But this whip that I'm going to share with you now, I did start at the end of May, and I've been working on it since. So this is technically my whip for the start of June as well. I've been working on it quite a lot. So it's from Layla Dooley's Beautiful Planet. Finally getting around to this beautiful book, and I'm very happy. And the page that I'm working on is this one. So this lovely wreath. So yeah, I think I've been working on this for about a week now, and I'm using Holbein pencils, and again lots of fine liner. So what I'd like to do as well, I used to have a book where I would scribble all the colours in that I was using, and or just write down all the colours, and I found that was just so time consuming. What I do now is if I want to keep the colour combination going, I'll just scribble down the pencils that I use in the order that I use them, and then keep it on the paper that goes underneath the page, and it's just there, and I know exactly what colour corresponds to which pencil. So that's just something that I do that helps me. And yeah, so I've been working on this for about a week, and I didn't know what any of the flowers were, but my mum said that these were probably anemones. And the pink that I chose wasn't quite the colour that I saw on the internet, but I wanted the pink to sort of go with this that I chose, and also a reference photo that I'm going to show you in a minute. But this one, I just wanted it to be red. I saw it and I thought, yeah, that's going to be red, but I didn't want it to be too bright. So I put quite a lot of dark shadows in, like crimson, and yeah, really enjoyed it. Doing that, despite there being lots and lots of petals, I really enjoyed it. And this honestly, since working in The Flower Year by Layla Dooley in my first copy, this has been the first time where I haven't been overwhelmed by the detail. So many times when I've coloured her pages, they're so beautiful, and I have felt intimidated and sort of just rushed to get them done. And yeah, I've worked on smaller images in between. Like I've done the oh, what was it? Oh, I can't remember. One of the butterflies in the Flower Year, but obviously that's a really, really tiny motif. So to actually do a full picture again, I know it's one of the smaller images in this, you know, it's not like I'm tackling this side, but for me it's still quite a lot of detail, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So I can't wait to continue with it. So that's what it's looking like so far, and I really hope that I do get it done by the end of June. And you know, surprisingly, because it is detailed, I didn't think that I would want to do it during the exam period, but I'm just finding that coming to it after work is really refreshing, and just having something really detailed to just sit and do a bit of, I'm really liking it at the moment. So yeah, I was inspired by a picture from Botanicum. This is curated by Katie Scott and Kathy Willis. Now, I have shared this before. I did a video, and I can't remember if it was during lockdown or more recent than that, but I have lots of reference books that I use for inspiration. I've got some wildflower books with pictures in, and yeah, like art books and stuff like that, and this is one that I got a couple of years ago. There is a full-size one of these, but I really like the smaller one, and it's got pretty much all of the pictures in, I think. So I was inspired by this one, and it was this red pineapple. So this is what I've been inspired by. So the whole of my picture, and you can see why I wanted the flower to be red, because I saw this. So what I'm going to do is make everything red and pink, and then add in this green. So I sort of got it as a pine colour, but I don't want it to be too bright. So I'm going to do sort of a dulled pine colour. There's even some grey as well in that. I'm not sure if that will be picking it up. So I thought I could use grey as a really nice tone to like mute it. And then yeah, I wasn't sure if I would maybe venture into the purple green bit over here, but I don't think I will. I think I'm going to stick to it just being the red, pink and green, and obviously I've got a bit of yellow as well, but I'm not going to use that much. So yeah, just limiting myself to those colours is going to be really fun, and I need to use this more for referencing, because there are some beautiful colours and just like combinations. I mean, this as a colouring a whole page would be beautiful. You know, there are loads of different tones going on here, but actually they go really well together. So yeah, I'd highly recommend these books. They've done a lot. But yeah, I can't wait to finish that Lady Zulu page. I'm loving it. And it's a huge book as well, and I don't feel too overwhelmed by the size either. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. So I've got a few books to share that I'd like to work in. I've shown these on many occasions, so yeah, I won't spend too much time on them, because I'm pretty sure that they've probably been in the last couple of videos. So this is the Four Seasons colouring book. I have said before, I think I'm intimidated by it because it's so gorgeous, and I just haven't tackled it yet. I initially, when I finally picked out a picture, I was going to do the first page in the spring section, but we really are getting into summer very shortly. So well, we are in summer, aren't we? June, July, August. So yeah, I might pick one from here. I mean, something like this might be quite fitting if I'm going away travelling. But yeah, I'm not sure. But I want to work in it. That's all I know, and I really must get around to it. But yeah, it's a stunning book. I don't actually know where you can get this now, apart from Etsy. Now that Book Depository is closed, I was very lucky to get it at the end of last year when they still had it. And then we have the what's it called? The bunny colouring book. I can't remember what it's called. This is by Cotterley, and just to let you know, I'm sure you've seen it already, but there is a new one that I have seen a couple of flip throughs on. I know I've seen it on Wendy's Colouring, and that's sort of a fairy tale one. And when I saw the cover, I was like, oh, that's just my sort of thing. But I was sort of umming about it. I'm not sure if it is. I think the World Master Yuri one is still my favourite. But yeah, if you're into fairy tales and that sort of thing, definitely check that out. They seem to be bringing so many out in this series, and I'm really glad about it. But I am sort of picking and choosing, because the bear ones weren't for me. And as beautiful as this is, when I got it, the pictures that were online looks slightly different in person. Sometimes, you know, when you get a book and you haven't seen it and then it's not, I don't even know what it was, because they do look the same, but sometimes when you get a book and it's just not exactly what you thought it would be, or like how it would be formatted or something. That's sort of how I felt with this book. I do still love it though, and there are so many pictures that are beautiful. But I think because lots of them are big scenes as well, I just know I'm not going to have time for them. So yeah, I'd like to pick. I really like the apothecary ones. What am I on about? Like the potion one. And the tea one's also really nice. I like these ones where it's just the small scenes and small things. I think that they would be really fun. But I think with me, I sort of always have the intention with some books when I come to them that, oh, you know, one day I'd love to finish that. And I haven't had it with this one, and I need to just get stuck into it, and I'm sure it will change my mind. I know I'm never going to finish every book that I ever colour in anyway, but you know, there are some where, you know, some of my Rita Berman ones I could over the years really envisage trying to complete one. And even with Lady Dooley's books, as detailed as they are, they're the sorts of ones that I would want to keep coming back to. And I think there are some pages that I'm so desperate to do in here, and then others that I'm not quite so drawn to as others. Yeah, I'm intrigued to know if other, you know, if some of you also feel the same about that, because I just sometimes get that with some books. But with the Wild Mouse Yuri one, that's one that I would, you know, would love to complete as well. But I love the format of this, and I like that it's similar to the Yuri one in the sense that we go through the sort of chapters. Obviously in the Yuri one it's the seasons, but I like the chapters in this. So yeah, I'm sure they'll keep adding to this series. I think it's great that they've been bringing out so many. I think they must have about 5 now. And then we've got Enchanted Earth. I've shown this quite a few times as well. The page that I've definitely decided on is this one, and this is the music notes one. I think I was deliberating last time when I shared this about whether I was going to do pencil or marker. Still haven't decided. I don't know whether I want it to just be a marker book and then go over with fine liner or gel pen. But it is single-sided and the paper's a bit thinner. I think it could, you know, it would be fine. But yeah, I haven't decided. I think with this one, I know I would definitely black out all the music notes and then just do a tiny bit of shading on the stave. It's just the background. I don't know what I'd do with it, because I can't, for me anyway, I don't have enough practice with markers to be able to do a marker background without it. You know, without there being loads of sort of scribbly lines on it and it not being a matte finish. So I haven't really decided yet, and I'm not sure whether gouache would hold up for me. So yeah, when I eventually get around to this one, I will decide. But yeah, I haven't decided yet. But yeah, that's that one. And then I would love to do another Rita Berman this month. Not sure if I will, but there are 2 that I would like to get around to. I showed this last month, the summer one. Now that it is summer, and I've done 2 pages in the spring one this year. Done 2? Yeah, I did. I want to get back round to the summer one. So the one that I did this time last year actually was this one. And I would love to tackle one of the double pages again, but I don't think I will. And the thing is with the double page spread is that once I get stuck into it, I just want to finish it. And if I'm going away travelling, I'm not going to be taking one of these books. I just think it's too big, and I'm not going to get a whole lot of time either. I was thinking about maybe buying 100 Hugs or something really small, again, just to take and do a bit here and there, but I'm not really sure. I definitely want to take something with me, because I just know in those moments when I'm on the train or just got a bit of spare time and I need to do something, and just have a bit of, like, you know, relief, and you know, amid all the excitement and stuff. I think it would just be nice to have something, but I haven't decided yet, and I definitely don't want to risk you know, taking really expensive pencils, or you know, a book that I've already got stuff in that I really like. So I haven't decided yet, but I definitely know that I'm not going to be able to get around to a double spread, which is a shame. Unless I find that I have tons of time at the end of June. But there are some in here that are just so gorgeous, and I think I would save the sea ones for August or July. But there are some in here that are really, really nice. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I might end up doing a double spread. You never know. And then the last book is a Rita Bauman that I haven't shown, but I do want to get around to, because I only really get around to this book in the summertime. And I did one last year and really enjoyed it, and I'd like to do another one. So I think, given that these are water pictures but they're not necessarily summer ones, I think they'd be really, really fitting for this time of the year. I mean, really, this could be for any time of the year, but I just get so caught up with seasonal stuff that I don't colour water images enough, and I really enjoy them. So I think maybe trying out my Black Edition pencils again, or my Black Widows or something like that would be really good. I did see, actually, Kate from Kate's Colouring Haven, she was doing a live stream using her Brute Funa pencils, her square ones, and that did inspire me. I was like, oh, I must go back to using those, because I haven't tried them in Rita Bauman's books, but I do really enjoy them, and they've got some unique colours, and yeah, I'm not sure how they would work in here. I'd have to try, but yeah, this is a potential book as well. So yeah, not too much in the way of like colouring that I've done or colouring that I want to colour, but colouring pages that I want to colour. Sorry, that was a lot of colour in one sentence. But yeah, thank you so much for bearing with me and for watching. I really do appreciate your support, and I still want to continue making content even when I am busy, and I really do enjoy it, and I'm sad that I haven't been able to do it as much as often. I think it was a luxury for me starting YouTube in year 9, when I had so much time and I would get, homework done quickly and stuff. And even in year 10, obviously when COVID hit, I had so much time. Even in the beginning of year 11 I did, and now it's just, everything's sort of come to a halt a little bit whilst I'm just doing my exams and stuff. But yeah, thank you so much. Everything will be down below in the description as usual. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. I really do enjoy reading them, and I need to go back and reply to some that I haven't yet. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Take care, everybody, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!